guys and gals, never hear from Drake Wayne Gaming, subbing mount toward the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Santa Lucia, Nate's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. It's been a few hours since lab ended, and I've been waiting in the room for Zach to return. I'm still not familiar with that guy's schedule, even after all this time. I sit at my desk, finishing up the required reading for journalism class tomorrow. When I casually glance up to check the time on my laptop, I notice I have a red notification sign on my email app. The hell? I thought I turned those off. My mind flashes back to the flood of creepy emails I received from my sister's old address. I'll admit, I'm still curious to see what the notification's for. Why did it have to be today of all days? I don't want another creepy email ruining the rest of my night. Taking a deep breath, I still my nerves and open the inbox. To my surprise, it seems I only have one email in here, but it's from the source I expected. You did well. The header is decidedly different this time. Doesn't stop the hairs on the back of my head from standing up, though. Whoever this is, are they watching me? Great, what else could go wrong in my life lately? Just what I needed, a stalker. Well, what else could they possibly have to say? Might as well check the message. A quick click later. You did well. Stay the course. Don't take unnecessary risks. 3 lines, all spaced pretty far from each other. This is still really creepy. I close out the app and lean back in my chair. To be honest, this certainly comes across less threatening than usual. I don't know who this person is or what their intentions are, but... Maybe I should reply. What would I say, though? Who are you, and what are you doing on my sister's account? That's pretty straightforward. If they're watching me, they know who I am, but I don't know who they are. That leaves me very vulnerable if they do in fact have bad intentions. In any case, I shouldn't antagonize them. I wonder. I'm broken from my train of thought by my roommate finally making it home. There you are! I was wondering when you were going to show up. Sorry, I had some things I needed to do. He walks over to his desk and leaves his backpack next to the chair. Could have shot me a text or something. I've been dressed and ready to go for hours now. I mentioned it being this evening, right? I guess you did, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you put everything on hold for me. I hold up my phone and smile. Nah, I've got plenty of games to keep me occupied. Besides, I had homework I needed to finish for tomorrow anyway, so all's good. Okay. Thanks for deciding to come to my birthday party, Ben. I know it's taking a lot of time out of your schedule, but it means a lot to me you said yes. It's no problem, dude. I'm happy to be there. Even if a part of me wishes one of the others would have came too. I'm gonna call my mom and see if everything's ready. Go for it. I'll be ready whenever you are. As he pulls out his phone, I return my attention back to my laptop. Replying to that email can wait. I could use the extra time to think of a response anyway. I spend the next few minutes casually browsing the internet while trying my best not to eavesdrop on Zach's phone conversation. I can barely make out the sound of her voice, but she sounds like a nice lady. I'm glad Zach seems to have a good relationship with his parents. Wonder what they're like. Images of 2 older water dragons spring to mind. They know about how their late son stays out at night? I doubt it. I doubt they know about his junior detective escapades either. Zach keeps a pretty good lock on that side of him. I know my dad couldn't give a rat's ass about what I do with myself. At least not anymore. He never forgave me for what happened to Jess. If I had just told them where I was going to be that night, then maybe... There I go, thinking about what-ifs again. My relationship with my father is practically non-existent at this point, so I guess it makes me a bit jealous to overhear how good Zach's relationship with his parents seems to be. Well, we're all dealt different cards in life. It's our responsibility to play them as best we can. Alright, she says everything's ready. That's good. Ready to go? Yeah, how far is it? About 5 blocks away down Ocean Street. Sounds pretty close, right? Should take longer than 30 minutes to get there if we leave right now. Let's get going, then. I grab a few essentials from my desk, like my phone and keys, shove them in my pockets, and then follow the dragon out the door. It's about 15 minutes before 7, and the sun is beginning to angle itself for its final descent into the water on the horizon. Walking along the sidewalk down Ocean Street gives us a spectacular view of it all. During the marathon, I ran down stretches of this road, but I didn't exactly have the luxury of taking in the sights as I went. The slow, casual pace I'm taking with Zach really helps to let it set in. Wow. View's amazing, Zach. It is, yeah. So you grew up around here, right? Well, He stumbles with his answer. I've been here since I was about 9 or 10. I don't quite remember. I guess you could say I grew up in Santa Lucia still, right? I'm somewhat surprised at his peculiar response. Usually someone would just say they moved to a place. Yeah, it must have been real nice seeing everything here all the time. He shrugs his shoulders. It's nice for a while, but you get used to it. It must have took a long time for you then, because all this is still amazing to me. I should really get off campus more often. We continue on for another couple blocks in silence. He's never been much of a conversation starter. So, who's all coming to the party? What do you mean? You know, any extended family gonna be there? No. I blink a couple times in response. I don't really know anyone in the rest of the family. Really? No cousins? No aunts or uncles? Well, a few of my dad's old band buddies come along every now and then, but they're busy with their own kids and grandkids. Oh, your dad was in a band? Well, I mean... Again, he stumbles in his response. A second, y'all. Water time. Alright, y'all, and we are back. Okay. I guess I can tell you since I'm about to introduce you to them. Huh? How should I put this? They're not my biological parents. I was adopted. My jaw drops ever so slightly, betraying my utter surprise at the revelation. I was in the foster care system for a while until I ended up with them. They decided to adopt me not long after. Wow, suddenly I feel really awkward. I hope I haven't said anything in the past that might have made him feel self-conscious about his familial situation. I know I don't exactly speak highly of my own parents. I'm sorry, I had no idea. It's okay. Though, it's not something I tell everyone. Why's that? It's not a big deal or anything. Plenty of people are adopted, right? Yeah, but not everyone gets adopted by people like my parents. What's that supposed to mean? We're here. We arrive at our destination, which turns out to be a fairly sizable restaurant along a beachside strip building. Appearing in the window, I can tell there's an old-timey jazz theme going on. The reality of what Zach's trying to imply finally hits me when I read the restaurant's name on the sign. Bubba Stanley's? You're kidding. He looks at me with a guarded expression. You mean that Bubba Stanley? Isn't he the famous jazz musician? He nods his head sheepishly. Yeah. I'm his adopted son. My mind is practically spinning right now. I see. I guess that explains your jacket. You mean the logo? That's the cover of his most popular album, Long Way Home. Oh man, this is wild. I never would have expected to be roommates with the son of a famous person. I'm just some guy like everyone else. Doesn't make me any more special than the next person. Well, yeah, but... That's why I don't like telling people. I don't want to be treated differently after they find out. I put a hand over my heart and stare at him solemnly. I promise I'm not going to treat you any different than usual. Thanks. That's all I ask. Anyway, we should head inside. They're expecting us any minute now. Right. He sticks his keys in the lock and opens the door for us. I take a deep breath and steel myself. It's not often I meet a famous person. Zach leads me through the entryway and into the main seating area. I was expecting there to be a bunch of patrons here tonight, but I'm getting the impression they closed for their son's birthday party. Everything has this quaint, chill quality to it, from the wall decor to the furniture. If I had anything to say, it'd be that I find this place positively cozy. Mom! Dad, we made it! I'm caught off guard when Zach raises his voice to call out to his parents. Man, I'm not used to him doing that. Even when we argued, he'd always keep to a relatively low tone of voice. Hey, I like that. I nervously watch as an older pair of people emerge from around a corner. The old polar bear walks with a slight limp, though he has a cane to help support his weight. The raccoon lady, on the other hand, practically dashes forward when she sees Zach and pulls him into a tight embrace. It's obvious to me that these are Zach's adoptive parents. Zach, honey, it's so good to see you. Welcome home, son. Zach returns his mom's embrace. He may have his hood on, but I can still make out the slight red hue his facial scales are taking on. Mom, I was just here last weekend. I know. I just get so worried about you. Both of us do, especially with all the murders that have been happening lately. The old man chimes in. I'm struck by his deep, gruff voice and how it contrasts with his calm, gentle demeanor. Don't worry about me. I can look after myself. Besides, I'd rather be the one worrying about you two. The polar bear finally makes it to where we're standing, and he places a hand on his son's shoulder and squeezes. That's precisely why we need you to be careful. We don't know what we do with ourselves if anything ever happened to you. I know. Seems they might be aware of Zach's little habit of staying out later than he should. The old lady turns her attention towards me. Ah, you must be Ben. Zach has told us so much about you. I feel my face flush red. He has? Even Zach seems a little uncomfortable with that admission. Mom? Dad? This is my roommate, Ben. Hello. I waved to the both of them, trying to maintain a happy medium between casual and formal. Ben, this is my mom, Rochelle, and my dad, Stanley. Just act natural, Ben. They're normal people, just like everyone else. It's an honor to meet you both. Nope, no, that's too much. Dial it back. The honor is all ours, Ben. Zach has spoken very highly of you. The old man takes his head off and holds it over his heart before slightly bowing in my direction. It is nice to finally put a face to the name. Thank you, sir. Would you like to join us in the back? We have this special booth set up for your party, Zach. Did my other friend make it? My ears perk up. Yes, he did, about 20 minutes ago. We've been talking to him ever since he arrived. He's quite the charming fellow. I know. I thought it was supposed to be just me. I speak under my breath so only Zach can hear me. I never said you were the only one coming. Oh boy, I wonder who it could be. In a surprisingly playful manner, Zach quickly makes his way around the corner and presumably greet the other guests, leaving me standing awkwardly next to his parents with nothing else to say. You're free to join us too, Ben. Right, okay. I walk alongside the old couple as they lead me to the booths. Happy birthday, dude! My eyes widen and my blood runs cold when I recognize the figure giving Zach a brief hug. It's not too late to turn around, right? He hasn't seen me yet. Our eyes meet in a moment that feels like an eternity. Ben? Well, geez, would you look at the time? I believe I have to be anywhere else but here right now. Oh, that's gonna be an awkward birthday party. Hey, Russell! I meekly raise a hand and wave at him. Oh, good, you know each other. Yeah, we do indeed. I struggle to keep my voices raising pitch in check. We'll get started with preparing dinner. We left some assorted appetizers for everyone on the table. Thanks. No, please don't go! With a fake smile on my face, I turn my attention back to the others. Russell's clearly not pleased with the turn of events either. I'm glad you could make it. Though I didn't expect you to be here so early. Didn't I tell you later this evening? Oh. He finally notices the scowl being sent his way. I thought I was the only one coming to your party, Zach. If I knew Ben was going to be here, I wouldn't have even bothered. Hey, wait a second. I finally mustered the courage to step up to the table. It's not like I knew you were going to be here either. You didn't tell me jack shit. That's so. Now we're both looking at the dragon, who's clearly feeling like he didn't think this one all the way through. So this is all a setup, huh? I already told you how I feel. Why would you do this to me? I thought it would help. Zach. Never mind. I should probably get going. Russell scoots his way to the end of the booth and gets up. Russell, wait. I thought I made it clear you shouldn't talk to me. Just hear me out for a second. I gesture towards the kitchen where Zach's parents are. Do you know how happy those two were to find out their son had friends? My words managed to stop him right in his tracks. They're going through all this effort to be our hosts. They're even back there cooking us some food to eat. I don't know about you, but I don't want to come across as rude. The least we can do is stick around for a bit, right? The lion instinctively reaches for his necklace pouch. I should have smoked a cig before I walked in. Russell? Alright, you made your point. You're a lot pushier than I remember, dude. With a roll of his eyes and a shrug, the lion returns to his seat. You hear that, Zach? I'm staying. Okay. I'm sorry about what I did, guys. I just wanted you two to kiss and make up. What? Alright, I'm actually gonna pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!